Hey friends, welcome back. Or should I say welcome back to another episode of Limitless Borders, a show that I created to highlight border crossing from one country to the next. Currently I am in Trabzon here in Turkey, and today's video we're crossing the border from Turkey all the way to Georgia. Well, that's at least the plan, that's the idea. Let's see what happens. It's going to be crossing it on foot as well. So the idea is I'll grab a bus from Trabzon city all the way to the bus station, or the main bus station of Trabzon, and then after that I need to take another bus to go all the way right at the border. I believe a stop called Sarp. This is it. This is the last village, stop, town, whatever you want to call it, here in Turkey, and then we'll walk towards Georgia, crossing it on foot, of course. And my expectation is not a big deal. There's not a lot of hassle going to happen. I think it's going to be a smooth crossing. It's not the same way where it was Bulgaria into Turkey. There was a lot of like nerves wrecking there and heart beating, because it is, after all, it's not a border to cross on foot. But this one I think is smooth and easy, and we're gonna highlight that journey and see, you know, what happens. Here I am starting from Turkey. The video should be ending, hopefully, if everything goes well, in Georgia. The plan is to arrive to Batumi today, and I'll make a stop there and see what happens then. Made it to the bus station. Now I purchased a ticket and I put my big luggage in the bus. This is the bus that I'll be taking all the way to Sarp. Sarp is the last village, stop, whatever you want to call it, in Turkey, that is right at the border of Georgia. This is my bus, Prince Kal, or the way how you pronounce it. And I didn't know this, but now I do. This bus actually go all the way from Trabzon to Rize, to Hopa, to Batumi. Here, Trabzon, Rize, Hopa and Batumi. Batumi is where my last stop going to be today, which is in Georgia. And I could take this bus all the way to Batumi in Georgia, but the idea is I want to cross it on foot. So I'm taking the last stop, jumping out of this bus, walking through the border, being the other side, and figure out a way to get into Batumi. It's probably about like 40 minutes or so drive from Batumi, and probably hitchhike or take a bus or whatever. It's not gonna be a big deal. But this is it. The cost of this ticket to Sarp is 130 lira, which is about $6 or so, $5.50, $6, give or take. That's it. The bus is leaving in a few minutes, and it's going to be probably about like 3 hours ride to the border, and then we'll see what happens. Made it to Sarp. I'm in Sarp right now. And I asked the bus driver to drop me just before the tunnel, this here where I am, and I'm walking towards the border. My God, it's a mess. You can see here all trucks, and actually it's going for a long way. All the trucks here are stopping, and I am walking now. We're about to watch this for the very first time together. And I see a big building, by the way, in front of me, and just give me a moment. Let me see now the reveal. And here we are. There is the border, the bordering Turkey into Georgia. I'll wait for the big reveal. So obviously there it is, big flag and the entrance. Like we are like here at a village, all right? So like there's a cafe here. I want to grab a tea before I go over and cross into the Georgia side and grab a tea. I mean, how can you end this trip without having a Turkish tea, of course? All right, so I got myself tea here at the cafe, and it is problematic to use the camera. I'm aware of it. I'm sitting in a cafe literally I'm looking at the border right now, and there are already immigration officers having lunch and tea here. I'm being eyeballed, so I would have loved to like pan out this scene view from here, but I'm not doing that. Anyway, I'm gonna have this tea and gather my thoughts, and maybe I'm just gonna walk a little bit here in this village, because actually this village called Sarp, and passing the border into Georgia, there's another village. It's called Sarpi, which I'm gonna pass through, and it's actually the same village. I just noticed that they call it Sarp, and Sarpi is the same thing that in the bus, the sign that says Batum and Batumi. It's just the way how the Turks would mention it and how the Georgian or in English it's called. Anyway, I'm gonna finish the tea because they're looking at me, and see what happens. Right, it's a very small village, and I'm gonna head over now to the border. There's a wall here on my right. That's the building here. There's a hotel, currency exchange shop. Well, a couple of hotels actually. Currency exchange shop, and also a restaurant. This is the way how the border looks, and I'm gonna go around the main, and I think I have to cross all the way to the other side. Needless to say, camera is going to be in the bag, and this is it. Hopefully we'll see what happens from the inside. Right, it's like being in an airport, where this is the entrance here. There are a lot of people, as you can see in an airport. There's like the lifts, and here I am like walking in, and inside here there are like the posters, and it's just pretty much the idea of leaving Turkey. You can see I was over there having tea, and there's a beautiful mosque in the distance here, and there's the water. This here, by the way, is the Black Sea, and yeah, you can go for a swim in this side or Georgia side if you're crossing during good weather. Of course, right now it's autumn, it's cold, no swimming for me. Anyway, let's head over to immigration, and I'll see what happens. You can see on the other side here are arrivals. People from Georgia are coming into Turkey, and vice versa. I'm going into Georgia right now. It's huge here. You can see the trucks just down below, all queuing to go through into Georgia, of course, from Turkey. And this section here is for the walkers who are going in. Super friendly for walking. It's not an issue, not a problem. Now I'm queuing to go through immigration, and I can see the Secure duty-free that we saw from Bulgaria to Turkey. Now it's here, literally just past immigration. All right, made it to the through the Turkish immigration, and now off to the Georgian immigration. Should be smooth, it should be smooth. I'm not expecting anything wrong. Made it into Georgia. Still at the border though, but I am right here exiting the border. Technically, I'm officially in Georgia, and it is started raining. But you can see here there are a lot of currency exchanges, buses. Madloba. Oh, Georgia. I am here. There's the buses here. They go long distance as well. I saw a sign that says Tbilisi. The border is actually quite beautiful. The building. You can see here, this is the building from the other side. It says Georgia here. Unfortunately, it doesn't say it. And you got, of course, the EU flag and the Georgian flag at the border. I'm not sure why I said of course, because I don't expect seeing the EU flag in this part of the world. I'm not sure why it's flying here. A lot of currency exchanges, and I already exchanged in Turkey, in Trabzon last night, preparing myself for this. Small amount. Never ever exchange money when you are in another country. Always exchange money when you are in the other side, at the country. But right now, it's actually cool. There was, at the very exit, there was a tourist office. I've never seen this in any land border crossing ever. Here they have one, and lovely girl, she gave me even a map. Where is it? Ah, somewhere in the bag. And she told me also there's a bus that I can take from here all the way to the city center, and it's not far, and it costs 1 lari and 50. I cannot convert the currency right now. Actually I can. So the euro or the dollar is 2 lari and 7 cents, so it's amazing. Right, let's find the bus and then we head over to the city, grab something to eat. He's taking a picture of me. Do it again. Thanks, man. Alright, I'm gonna grab a bus and head over to the city and grab something to eat, find a place to eat. And it started raining, so it's not a good day to go vlogging and crossing borders, but it is what it is. We deal with it. Made it on the bus from the border all the way heading to Batumi now. I think maybe another like 20 minutes and it should arrive. It's about 20 minutes ride or something. But it's quite interesting because like the atmosphere is different here in Georgia. I don't know how to describe it, but I like the blue lights and Tupac music in the background. It's incredible. But yeah, that's it. We're almost there. Done. I'm in Georgia. The journey of Georgia begins. Made it to Batumi. I'm here. Just jumped out of the bus here in the city center, and it's actually quite bigger than what I expected, to be fair. Like, I mean, this is a big city, you know. I thought it's like a smaller city, but it's big, and the buildings here are wild, man. Check this out. Look at these buildings. They're like old houses here too. It's not what I expected, to be fair, like, you know. And the rule of thumb, like when traveling, I don't really book in advance, but I'm glad I booked one night here, because walking around looking for a hotel and accommodation and hostel and whatnot without booking in a big city, it's a nightmare. I've experienced it already in different places in Turkey, and it's just not the thing I enjoyed doing. But anyway, we're here now, and I'm on my way to the hostel that I booked, and afterwards I have to grab something to eat. But I'm in Georgia. I made it. Actually, there was a problem at the border, the Georgian border. It's funny, man. I don't know, like she was like looking into my passport with like a magnified glasses and light and all that, and I was like, what is she doing? And then they put me on the side, and they brought like another person, like higher rank or something, and took a picture of me, and I was like, what is going on, man? Like, I mean, you can see the stamps on my passport. I'm traveling. It's a real passport, by the way. And then they asked me like where you originally from and all this. It's just a dumb questions that I've never been asked. Only in this part of the world I get asked these questions, you know, like Bulgaria, Georgia now, but it makes absolutely no sense asking, oh my god, this is a nice house. Look at it, like it's so wild. Like you can see in the distance there, they are like building a skyscraper, and there is like a huge building here, and then you got like this small houses. Oh, this is like a hotel. And people are very smiley here, you know. I don't know, they're not the Turks. I love the Turks. Like, I'm leaving Turkey behind. Like, this is a big decision. But yeah, Turkey had to come to an end. I am so sad to leave it behind, but it is what it is. We gotta move on forward. But Turkey, if you people from Turkey watching this, I miss you already, by the way. I miss your food. Oh my god. Yeah. Anyway, if I see something on the way, we'll vlog it. If not, we'll be at the hostel, and after checking in, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab something to eat, and then we'll probably end it there. Remember, Limitless Borders, we don't have any plans. We're just like walking through, going from one place to another, not a clue what we're doing. And it's funny. Oh, stop. Actually, speaking of which, just like the differences. Oh, I'll show you this. This sign here, for example, from like. Can I go? Yeah. Oh, thanks, man. And the sign, like the text, is actually incredible here in Georgia. I was gonna say Bulgaria, but Georgia. Look at the font they have here. That's their language. Man, that is so cool. Like it's pretty much everywhere. I see it, like hostel and all this. Yeah, there's a hotel there. Luckily, I booked a hostel already. I know where I'm going, and not too shabby. I'm enjoying this. Look at this text here. That's their text. That's their font. What the hell? Look at this. Tour agency Batumi. Oh, nice. Oh, there's a tour here. I didn't know that. Made it to the hostel, and yeah, I'm checking in right now. Look at her. The Georgians are friendly, by the way. I'm finding out. They're good, no? Georgians are good, no?
No, I'm not Georgian.
No, where are you from?
How you think? Where are you?
Russian.
Ukraine.
Oh, Ukraine. Even better. I like. Now I get discount now. I'm actually negotiating as I speak. Right, I'm gonna check in and close a deal with her. But this is like a quite cool hostel, man. Yeah, it's very nice. I like it. Right, I finished the check-in now, and I gotta go and grab something to eat and check out the city just very quickly, you know, and see what's it like. So I think probably about like 10 minutes walk. I'm estimating 10 minutes walk from the hostel to kind of like central area, which is not so bad, and we'll see what we can grab and eat something and in the video. Right, so I did find a restaurant here in the center. I haven't really explored much of the center, that's why you're not seeing much footage, but I'm really hungry. And what I discovered also as well, that there's a time difference between Georgia and Turkey. So I literally crossed the border. I kind of traveled in time as well. There's 1 hour forward in Georgia than Turkey, which is crazy. So right now it's pretty much, thank you. Right now it's pretty much like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and this trip started since 8:30 in the morning is the intro that I did for this video. It's a long trip, you know, but there was stops, checkpoints along the way. That's normal in Turkey. That happens pretty much everywhere in the whole country. And yeah, the Georgian immigration took their a bit longer to let me through. Just I don't know. I don't want to say anything, but it is what it is. Anyway, right now I'm at the restaurant. I made my order, and I'm gonna share that also in this video, because I don't know if it's typical or not, but what caught my eye is it's similar dish that I've already ate yesterday in Trabzon. Unfortunately, there isn't footage for it, but I ate that yesterday in Trabzon, and it's like the typical thing in Trabzon is the melted cheese, and apparently they do the same thing here. Let's see. We'll see, and I think the transparency is to me is quite fascinating. Unfortunately, it's not highlighted very well in this video, but I'm working with what I can. So I got it, and this is it. It's pretty much like melted cheese. All right, you can see it's oh my god. But the difference between this and in Trabzon, what I got it with bread. In Trabzon they gave me bread with it. Here they didn't give me any bread. It's pretty much just cheese on a plate, and the quality of the cheese is definitely different than the one in Trabzon. I can tell just by doing this, without even trying it. I can tell. Let's give it a taste test and see how it is. I'll probably ask for a bread in a bit, but just cheese alone, because like Is this like typical Georgian? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the food is here like. Is it steaming hot? Oh yeah. It's melted cheese. You could never go wrong. This is really good. Wow. Oh. Oh, that's really good. Oh, stop. Yeah, it's really good. But I want bread. I'm gonna ask for bread. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this and I'll see you probably in the tour then. Or in the video. Oh, bro. Holy walking across him, man. Anyway, I just finished the dinner, whatever the cheese, whatever you want to call it. It's like past 5 o'clock now. The total price for those who are curious was 12 lari and 10 cents, the currency. I'm still learning about the currency, of course. But the conversion on it is about $4.50. Oh my god, this is much more expensive than Turkey on the food side. I've noticed that immediately. There's nothing special about the restaurant that I went to. It is basic, you know, it's normal, it's local. But also I noticed that they charged me for the bread as well. And in Turkey you never pay for bread. Bread, whatever you order, soup, chicken, meat, vegetables, anything you order, they will give you bread with it, and it is on the house. Another thing as well that I noticed, I got used to it in Turkey, that they give you something called Şay ikram, which means it's like tea on the house. And they don't do that here, of course. But anyway, we're not comparing. I'm comparing only just on this video because this is the video that is showing the transparency from one country to the next, from Turkey to Georgia. And here I am in the park with in Batumi, and it's getting a little bit chilly in the evening, and I'm in my shorts and t-shirts. I'm still like gonna hold them back against the, you know, the winter clothes just yet, but I think soon we're gonna change the gear. But yeah, that's it. I think I'm gonna end the video here. Perfect in the center park of Batumi with a bald guy behind me, whoever he is, God bless him. And yeah, if you made it this far, thank you all for watching. Please do consider subscribing if you have not subscribed already. Give the video a thumbs up, helps with the algorithms. And as always, see you on the next one.